Oh, what's going on, everyone? It is 8:30 p.m. on a Wednesday evening, and it is mission accomplished time. It's your boys, Mike and Mish, here with another awesome fucking show lined up for you. What's up, Mike?
Heavens to Betsy. It's Wednesday night.
Heavens to Betsy. That dude, did you get that from Chris Farley on the skit where he's reading the book about the fucking restaurants?
I know all about that, but Heavens
It's
to
not it.
Betsy has been used in my family by my mother and my grandmother, and I'm sure my aunts too. They say things like "ooh dee" and "Heavens to Betsy."
Heavens to Betsy. And what the fuck is ooh
Ooh
dee?
dee. Yeah, it's just like a reactionary phrase, you
Is
know?
that like
You
oof
drop
da
something
marron?
like, yeah, like you're going to like grab a piece of bread. Hey, can you pass me the bread? You go grab some bread and you knock over the water. You go, ooh dee.
I've never heard that shit in my entire life, dude.
Oh yeah.
Amy's from North Dakota, and they say what do they say? Oofta? They say oofta, but not oofta marron. They say oofta or some shit like that. Oh my, oh my. Anyways, hey guys, we got a fucking awesome show tonight. We got our boy who's in the green room right now, probably tatted beyond his nipples. You didn't even have a fucking clue. The guy's beautiful, and he's coming to the United States to fight very soon, probably November-ish time, maybe Miami-ish area. We'll talk about that in a minute, but let's shout out our sponsors real quick. We got the Fighter's Friend, of course. Go get yourself some medibles and all that shit. Where the fuck is it? There it is, Mike. FightersFriend.com. Use promo code MISH20. Get 20% off your purchase. Get some medibles. Get some medicated vapes. Use all that good THC and hemp CBD products to fix yourselves, you fucks. Next up, we got Next Level Subs, Next Level Elite. Go to nextlevelsups.com/Mike and Mish. Use promo code MISH10. Buy some supplements. Get yourself big. Get yourself skinny. Get yourself smart. Get yourself some sleep. All that shit's on there. Trust me, it's there and it's good stuff. Killfoot Clothing, killfootclothing.com. Mike, what do they make?
They make the one and only Mission Accomplished t-shirts.
Oh,
like
shit.
Mike Hunnell's wearing right here.
Like
and
Mike...
Kyle Mish over there or over here.
We didn't even plan this shit, people. Anyway, so go to killfootclothing.com. Check out their whole line of badass products. If you want to dress like a badass and look like you killed some people in your time, go there. Or just message me or Venmo me and let me know what size you want, and I'll get you a shirt.
Or send me money and I won't send you anything.
Or send me money and I'll just send you like an ass pic or something.
Because I don't have the t-shirts. Kyle does. So if you send me money, you ain't getting shit.
All right. And that is it. In our last one, we got massagetherafix.com. Of course, they are day ones. Massage Therafix. Go to massagetherafix.com if you're a civilian. Go to holdenhandsmassage.com if you are a soldier or a veteran. Get yourself fixed. All that shit is done. Let's talk to TJ Chang, the man himself, all the way from Thailand. Here he is. Whoa!
Boys?
Look at this guy.
TJ? What the hell are you doing right now?
I've just walked the dogs. It's only 7:30 in the morning here. And then after I speak to you guys, I'm going to go and train. But yeah, it's very early. It's rainy season. It's not raining now, but the floods have been crazy the last sort of couple of weeks. But yeah, we're good. How are you guys?
Oh,
I'm fucking awesome.
You know how we roll, bro. We're having fun all the time, every day, all day, except for the hours of 7 to like 3:30, 4:30 in the afternoon, because that is when the army is sucking the life right out of us.
How long have you guys done?
Oh, I've been in for 20 years.
So you think you're 22 and getting out, or?
No. So here's the deal. Like, after 20 years, you can retire. But the thing is with me, I have a full-time job with the military that I can only hold if I stay in the military. So as long as I plan on keeping my full-time job, I'm going to stay in.
Mike, catch 22 kind of thing.
Yeah, catch 22. It's a pain in the. It's like a kick in the nuts for real. You know, and Mike's been in for 13 years, and he's in the same boat as me. We're both full-time technicians. We can't hold our position without being in the military. So
And you guys are still smashing out the podcast, and it's the best one on the planet, brothers. So well done for that. Happy days.
Cheers to you, TJ, for saying
Yes.
that. So tell us, what is new with TJ Chang? You've had about 5 fights canceled on you. You've been training. You're like our friend Crystal Pittman that's been in a fight camp for 5 months. When the hell are we going to see you fight? When are you coming to the United States?
So, what's different in TJ Chang's world? I've been sober for 6 weeks, which is the longest I've ever done since I was 14 years old. The last fight that I fought bare knuckle was 10 days because it was Valentine's Day before. So, by the time I fight in Miami, it will be 15 weeks sober. So I'm looking forward to seeing what I can actually do when I've dedicated myself properly, rather than juggling being a party boy, wreckhead, and a boxer. I'm just going to choose the boxer and then celebrate after when I knock someone out.
Yeah, man. Nah, it's good to see you. We talked to you briefly on our way down to Biloxi. We got the entire airport to chant TJ Chang for you over the phone.
That's right. That's right. We were enjoying a pulled pork sandwich between flights, and Kyle
pissed,
goes,
right?
"What's that?"
Pissed.
Kyle,
you were pissed, right?
Yeah. Drinking. Yes.
Oh yeah.
I don't know that lingo, bro.
I don't know that lingo.
Listen, sorry.
I know. I'm sorry, but now I know. But
pissed, yes.
What does pissed mean in American? Like pissed off?
Like yeah, pissed off.
Pissed means like I'm fucking mad.
Or pissed on.
Pissed on. Whatever you're into, brother. Whatever you're into.
I think Kyle was having like a beer or something, but I remember he was like, "Oh, hey, everybody say hi to TJ Chang," and he holds the phone up. Complete strangers in the restaurant, just random people. And these ladies, they were like old ladies with their daughters, like sitting there, and they all turned to him like, "Hi, hey, TJ."
So originally, I thought that they were people that you were traveling with, because you were talking to them like you knew them for fucking years.
Yeah,
and then
that's how we roll.
TJ. I was like, oh, that's cute. But just some random strangers. Oh, fucking booyah.
Yeah. No, we don't we don't travel with anybody but ourselves, my man. No, but
we talk to everyone.
Yeah, everywhere we go, everyone's gonna get to know us. That's the thing.
I'll jump on that bandwagon with you for sure.
Hell yeah.
Yo, so TJ, you got to tell us about the little the documentary series that's it's like 8-minute episodes. They're fucking so well put together. It's like the ground. What I don't know. Fight. Just tell us what it is. I've been watching them.
So I'm sponsored and in sort of collaboration with the guys called ECE Patio, which stands for Extreme City Entertainment, and obviously Patio being Sin City, it's basically Vegas on crack. It just fits nicely. So they film everything from like bars, strip clubs, girls, those kind of shoots, then restaurants, new hotels, promo videos. If you've seen the quality of what they do, is just unbelievable. 2 brothers, John and Jamie from Canada, very nice guys. They'll love a shout out now, of course. But yeah, they're really, really, really good at what they do. And when I first met them, they said, I think I was doing the donuts in the Jeep. Do you remember? I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah.
So I was doing donuts. And he is that okay? Can we do this? I was like, bro, you tell me what to do. You're the fucking genius. And their vision is just, it's crazy. So yeah, I'm very, very happy. I think we're on episode 4 now, correct?
4, yeah. There's 4 out there. Go on YouTube and look them up. But
yeah, they're good.
I'm an asshole and I keep forgetting what they're called. Just tell everybody how to look them up on YouTube. They're fucking great.
ECE Patio. ECE, which stands for Extreme City Entertainment. Or just type in TJ Chang and it'll fucking come up.
Yeah, they're like I was showing Mike. I was like, man, the videography, the quality of the intro alone on that shit. I'm like, this shit is like the highest of quality. What the
literally,
fuck?
right?
TJ has got himself involved with some real fucking filmmakers over here. This is awesome.
And you know what? They approached me as well on Instagram, which is amazing. So, and we sat down at a cup of coffee, and I was chatting to one of the brothers, and he was like, "Look, we do this, we do that. Show me some of his work." They film fighters and do fighter profiles, everything to do with sort of photography and videography they do, but they're just next level. And then we kind of hit it off. We were chatting for like an hour and a half over a cup of coffee. And they said, look, this is what I've got planned. And he gave me this vision, painted a picture, and exactly how we said it in that first meeting is exactly how each episode is turning out. And do you know what my favorite episode is?
Which one?
The fucking trailer, the first thing, the 1 minute 30. The trailer's unbelievable.
I'm telling you, man.
It is really nice.
It's really like the highest quality of stuff that's out there. And like we like the Boxar guys that work with like Joey Beltran.
Yeah.
And Britton Hart, they put out really good quality work too.
Yes.
Your stuff that's coming out is up there, like right up there, if not better than theirs. I'm like, wow, dude.
I appreciate that.
TJ's coming in hot, man.
Yeah, the name of the first episode.
We say in the UK, in for a penny, in for a pound.
Yeah, so you got a lot of fans in the chat room. Brad Williams says the stash.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that stash.
My baby, look at that. Oh.
Look at that thing. Brandon Lambert says, who the fuck is that guy? Tony Soto says, damn, Hellboy, what's good? I mean,
my
they're all coming out. Scott Farley earlier said that, my man. So you got support. So explain us this. It's been a long journey. You've been fucking preaching to get to the United States for a long, long time. The COVID pandemic has really kicked you in the fucking nuts all the way, all along.
Literally. Just to run you through sort of even just this year, but last year I fought bare knuckle in December. I then fought again in February in Phuket. This was the one you saw, which is on top of a mountain in the 40-degree heat, which was just crazy. And then since then, I've had 2 cancelled in Dubai. I've had 2 cancelled in Phuket and 1 cancelled in Pattaya, all due to COVID. So I've had 5 bare knuckles. So I'm rusty as hell, man. I've not fought since February. So Dave Feldman, hurry up and get me a match, brother, because I'm going to retire soon.
Hey, so what are the restrictions like right now in Thailand? Are they strict on COVID right now, or is it starting to let up?
So I read a quote the other day that sort of 18%, I don't know if it's true or not, it's all bollocks here, but 18% of Thailand population have been vaccinated. And the conspiracy behind that is that the king owns, or the government owns some pharmaceutical company, I don't know, some bollocks. But we've been in lockdown for the best part of 2 months. Curfew 9 p.m. until 4 a.m. All the bars are closed, which is probably why I've been sober for 6 weeks. Every cloud. And then I think last week we can now go to restaurants with 50% capacity, because more than 50%, that's where COVID gets you. Fucking idiots, man.
I saw you you're driving in your Jeep, right? And you saw another guy in a Jeep, and you're driving up to him and you're waving, and the fucking guy, you're outside, right? It's a Jeep. Okay, and you're driving down the road, guy's got a mask on. What the hell's going on here?
So obviously you couldn't see, but I had a mask on as well. If you're not wearing a mask when you're driving a bike or a car,
they'll pull you over.
You get pulled over and you're done. And as you know, in Thailand, everything's about money. So any way that the Thai police can take like 1,000 baht, which is what, $30 off here, they'll do it happily. So I always wear a mask. But I've actually, I don't know what it is. I've actually got a mask with a tash on it, a white tash to match. So it looks like that. Take it off.
Nice.
Yeah, it looks like I've seen those that piss everybody off.
Yeah, that's it.
So what you're telling me is Thailand doesn't have any more bare knuckle kingdoms coming up, any more fight circus in the near future because of all these restrictions?
Not this year, man, for sure. They're saying they've been dangling the carrot at the government here to the obviously Thai population since last April, August, October, Christmas, and now they're saying this time October the 1st they're going to start to open things back up. But until everyone's vaccinated, it's just going to be back to square. We've gone in and out of lockdown like 4 or 5 times, 2 months at a time, 1 month. Just the bars are open for a month. Everyone gets COVID. Some 8-year-old dies, and then they fucking close everything again. But
an 8-year-old died.
Yeah, it's a beautiful country. I love it. It's paradise, but it's still a third world country at heart. It's just not difficult.
It's a beautiful third world. It's the most beautiful third world country.
Exactly. I wouldn't change it for the world, but obviously. I was speaking to obviously John Nutt and Jason Chavez about Fight Circus and Barnacle Kingdom. There's also a new show that I can't say publicly just yet that's going to be announced. So I can fight next year in Thailand or over in the States or vice versa, which would be pretty cool, man. So the first one is just getting there. They've said November 12th, but I still haven't got a match, which I don't understand. Derek Finley, if you're listening or watching, you're happy to fight me. I'm happy to fight you. Let's get it done. If not, Caleb Harris, Joe Elmore, Josh Sykes, any of those plums to get me up to some sort of level, and then I want to fight Tom Show for some sort of title. That's the plan.
Your plums. That reminds me, plums. Do you feel it down in your plums when you think about the fight? Like Ashley Schaefer, BMW, little eastbound and down for you. Feel it down in my plums.
Honest to God. So it's the second time I've been watching it. And it's even funnier this time. I sent you a clip last night, right? It's Stevie Janowski.
Tell me that Stevie Janowski's not like the best TV character of all time.
He's amazing. I don't understand how everyone I speak to has never even heard of Eastbound and Down. It's so good. It's genius. Loads of cameos as well. Will Ferrell, a couple of celebrities. Seth Rogen was in it last night and got knocked over and died. Like,
you had Jason Sudeikis was in the third season as the catcher in the minor league system.
Yes.
You had the fucking what's his name, Michael Pinner, the dude that's in Ant-Man. He's the funny one that tells the stories in Ant-Man. That guy's he owns the baseball team in the second season. The fucking show's amazing.
It is. If you've not seen it, anyone listening
Michael
or
Pena.
watching, fucking check it out, man. It's so funny.
Oh, hey, and by the way, TJ, check this out. This is how good my eyes are, which they're not really that good, but I can pick some things out. The second season of Eastbound and Down was on, and there's the scene with Kenny Powers sitting by the bed, and his girl is getting out of the bed, and it shows her ass like up close.
Yeah.
And then it pans away, and it's her. I texted my boy. I was like, "Yo, that was Vita Guerrera's ass that they doubled for that chick right there." Turns out, if you look it up in the credits, it said Vita Guerrera ass double.
That's amazing. But how the fuck did you know that?
It's a skill.
It's a skill. I mean, I have this skill. It's fucking crazy. Yo, hey, Derek Finley says I'm game. Derek Finley says I'm game.
Yep.
Yes.
Thanks.
Nice one, brother.
Yeah, man. I mean, you answered the question that I was going to ask you anyway. I was going to say, if you don't have an opponent already lined up, who do you want? You went ahead and did the interview for us. Derek Finley. I think Derek Finley and Josh Sykes would be perfect for you. A debuting fighter. Both of those guys 0-1, but both have a background as professionals. One's a professional boxer, one professional MMA. I mean, perfect, man. Let's just do this.
Yeah,
let's go.
Look, for me, I'm not one of these fighters that picks and chooses. If you call me out, I'm going to fucking smash your head in and vice versa. I'll fight anybody and every. You can't go to BKFC and go, I don't want to fight him. He's pretty good. I'm there to be a fucking world champ. So whether that's Tom Shoaf, Diego Sanchez, drop down to 155 for fucking Palomino, whatever it is, I'm there to be the best, not to fucking take part, as Conor McGregor once said.
To be the best, not the rest.
There you go.
Screw all that bullshit. So you got a new house.
Yeah, so fucking, again, COVID. We should have moved in 3 months ago. We bought it 6-7 months ago. It's nearly finished. And because of COVID and the fucking floods and bullshit, we had to wait 6 weeks for them to put the electric in. An electric pole, which took about fucking 45 seconds. It was ridiculous. So we went yesterday or day before to pick curtains, and we've ordered beds and sofas and all the crap, a washing machine, all the sort of essentials we need. And we're hoping, fucking fingers crossed, moving in at the end of this month. Or as long as I'm in before I go to Miami, I'll be happy either way.
The place looks awesome. It really does. Looks fantastic. So congratulations to you on that.
Thank you so much. Cheers.
You got Elvin Brito saying, yo. You got Brandon Lambert saying brittle Brits.
Brittle Brits.
Brittle Brits.
Bristol Brits.
You just got Vince Anderson saying TJ can't fight. He's a bum.
Yeah, like say that
Yeah.
to my face, you fucking idiot.
Look them all up, mate. Hey, that's my boy Tony Soto. So you know what?
He's
Tony
sick.
Soto would
He's sick.
also he'd be a good fight for you too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
And
sick.
you know what I think you should do is go have tea with him on Tea Time with Tony. That would be
Yeah.
a good
You know-
time.
You know what you should do right
What's
now?
tea
Forrest?
time? What's tea time? What is that podcast? Is it?
He's got a new
Yeah.
show. He just started a new show called Tea Time with Tony. And Tony sits there and sips tea and he talks shit and he makes you spill the tea on anything that you fucking am pissed off about.
Yeah.
Right, fuck it. Tony, if you're listening, brother, sign me up. I love a cup of tea. I'm English.
What do you like? Some Earl Grey?
Someone asked me this yesterday. I fucking hate Earl Grey.
Yeah.
Earl Grey's like drinking aftershave. Not that I drink aftershave regularly, but I'm a PG Tips or a Yorkshire tea. That's my man. That's my
There you
brand.
go.
Sorry.
Tony says, let's do it. So, you
Yes.
know, TJ, we love catching up with you. We can't wait to see you in Miami. Mike and I are going to do everything we can to get down there. Now, I've been kind of trying to like pitch this idea without actually pitching it to Amy. Amy turned. Okay, is it okay to say how old she's turning? Mike, tell me, is this okay?
Yes.
Okay.
For the show. Yep.
I'm not going to say how old she's turning, but TJ,
Yeah.
I'm turning 40, and so is she. Okay. Okay, so her birthday is November 3rd, and I'm like, hey, Amy, there's an event up in New York, November 6th. We'll drive up to the New York one on November 6th, and then we'll fly down to Miami. We'll go see the Miami 12 card, and we'll spend a few days on Miami Beach for your birthday.
Because you're so romantic, and they say
Yeah,
romance is dead, right?
Fucking- I'll have a little cup of
This
Earl
guy.
Grey with her.
Thinking about no one but his wife. He's a
Yeah.
nice guy.
I think about
That's
nobody but my love for my wife, my man.
Oh, and I'll be there too.
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
and
not
Mike
great.
will be there.
I mean,
I
who-
thought
what
that
a
was your
vacation.
wife.
You would think so, but
Yeah.
no. I am now publicly inviting Mike's wife, Stephanie. She can come too. Mike, let her know.
Yeah, I
just
think
invited her.
I might let her know.
Tell Steph to look at the screen right now and take a look at those tattoos and that mustache, and she's gonna want to go to Miami.
Steph, the meatloaf, Steph. Yeah.
Oh, man.
So
Good, man.
hopefully we can get there. We could stay with my sister-in-law, just completely just drink all of her Nespresso. She buys all this expensive fucking shit, and I thought it was a whole gimmick before we went there to the fucking BKFC 18 card, but it's not. You ever have that shit? That Nespresso shit?
I hate coffee, man. I
Oh,
can't stand it. It makes me
Oh, my God.
jittery and shaking. The taste, yeah. I'm not a coffee drinker.
my
I'm
God.
a tea drinker. Pinky
Oh,
up.
pinkies up, yes. Pinkies up.
Mike, he's a brittle Brit.
Ah, yes. Just
Yeah,
a little,
Brandon
cheers.
just a
just
little
said-
bit of tea, yeah.
Hey, we got a good speed round for you tonight.
We
you want to
do.
do a speed round with us?
Mhm.
Everybody go follow TJ at _hell_._boy_. Could you have made that any more fucking difficult, dude?
Do you know what? There's so many fucking Hellboys on Instagram that I had to find. That was the closest one I could find. You know what I mean?
I was
What a
gonna
bunch
ask
of
you,
twats.
Where,
Yeah, it's
where did you come up with that one? And then on Facebook, he's just TJ Chang, TEEJAY Chang. Go follow this guy.
So even on Facebook, it's TEEJAY. That's because my real name's Thomas James, which is why it's TJ. So I originally had T and J, the initials, and then Facebook said, "Oh no, you can't have initials as your name. It's not a real name." And I had to put T. So it sounds like TJ, but it's So that's not actually my real name is not TEE. That's a fucking stupid name. My name's
That's just
Thomas James.
Mark Zuckerberg trying to fucking control your life again.
Oh,
Yeah.
He's a real fuck.
Yeah.
Keeps banning me for bullying the fucking idiot.
You know what? He just needs to go water skiing with an American flag again and go fuck himself.
Do you know what he needs? What he needs is to come to fucking Pattaya for a weekend with me, and I'll change his life.
You'll turn him into a man.
Yeah, that's it.
He'll finally wipe that V
They
off
pick
his
the
chest.
worst friggin' people to become rich, powerful people. They're like the biggest fucking bitches ever on the planet, and they take over. It's like, what is going on here, man?
Isn't he worth like 130 billion or something fucking ridiculous?
He's such a little baby.
All right, hey,
Just like
Scott,
slap him in the face.
Scott Farley says, get a hold of me and help sponsor TJ, getting him to America. Get
Oh.
him to America. Let's do this. Let's get TJ Chang.
Come here.
And look at
damn it.
He even wrote TEEJAY. I think he's fucking with you here.
Yeah.
Get TJ to fucking America. Let's do this speed round with the one TJ Chang, straight out of Thailand, getting ready to go to CrossFit and work out a little bit. Speed round. Here we go. Number one. What kind of secret society would you like to start, sir?
Oh, that's interesting. A secret society. What one that nobody knows about?
Yeah, but it's gotta be something. Is it gonna be a fucking?
Are you guys gonna, like worship goats or something?
That's the secret. That's the secret. Nobody knows what it is. It's a secret
Man.
society.
But we need to know for the question, TJ.
I don't know, something like midget porn, but like wearing masks, or I don't know.
Picture Eyes Wide Shut, but with midgets.
I'm gonna Google that after.
The masks,
It's called Little
tuxedos, just oh man, you name it, it's gonna be happening there. Number two, Mike.
If you could live inside of a TV show, which show would you pick and why?
Oh, do you know what? So I was having this conversation today about the Ultimate Fighter. I watch it quite regularly. The older ones with sort of Michael Bisping and stuff, they're the best ones. And I thought, why don't they do a bare knuckle version of Ultimate Fighter just to get people in or whatever, live in the house? So if that was a possibility, that's what I would pick. Inside a house, inside a TV show, knocking fuck out of people. Yeah, it'd be amazing. That'd be a dream come true for sure.
Nice.
Well, I think you just pitched an idea to your future boss there.
Copyright Hellboy.
Number three. If you weren't fighting, what career path would you be on?
Oh, fucking hell. Probably a fucking model. No, I'm joking. I'm not too sure.
You ain't joking. You ain't joking.
I'd probably so when I was a kid, I started before I joined the forces. I was training to be sports science degree, so I wanted to be like a physiotherapist for football teams and stuff and that kind of. Then it changed to wanting to be a lawyer, but then I found out that if you get arrested more than 4 times, you can't become a lawyer, so that went out the window. So yeah, so I think one career path, if I wasn't say my legs got chopped off now and I couldn't fight ever again, do you know what I'll be a delivery driver, a meat delivery driver, so you get free steak. Yeah.
Oh yeah, nice. Free
I
ribs,
love it.
free steak.
Like the Irishman.
Yeah.
Oh, and fun fact, when he says football, he means soccer here in America, ladies and gentlemen. Just letting you know.
Fucking soccer. I'm going to have to get used to this yank fucking
don't you have to worry about it. You never hear me talking about it. I don't watch that shit.
Numero 4. Here we go, Mike.
Number 4. Who are some people you've looked up to on your journey through fighting up to this point? Sorry, I read that kind of weird.
That is a fucking great question. So originally, probably 2.5 years ago, my best friend Liam Simpson, he'll appreciate the shout out. He used to tag me consistently as Tyler Goodjohnson. This guy reminds me of when you used to beat people up, beat up doormen on nights out and whatever back in the day, the way he moves and sort of knocks people out. And I thought, oh, he's amazing. And then when I first did my bare knuckle, I followed him more and more. And Tyler Goodjohn was I wanted to be him. I thought he was amazing. Now I'm going to BKFC, and I think he's done with BKFC, and he's kind of lost his head. He's a bit of a sour fucker at the moment. But I think Tom Shoaf. Tom Shoaf's got the tash. He's got a very similar style to me. He's very humble. Yeah, I think Tom Shoaf's my favorite fighter. Oh, and also Lorenzo Hunt. Fucking hell, that guy is insane. I would hate to be hit by him. He hits so hard, man. So yeah, Tom Shoaf and Lorenzo Hunt for sure.
There might be a few other people that don't want to be hit by him right now. I'm not going to say any names. Mike, you know what I'm talking about. All right, number 5. What are some things that are okay to occasionally do, but definitely not to do? Okay, definitely not okay to do every day. Occasionally,
Just make sure my mum's not watching this. There's so many bad things I want to say, but I want to get hated for it. Let's say sniff cocaine. Occasionally, birthdays and Christmas is okay, but when you're in fight camp, Hellboy, stay away from the mountain and the wee dust.
Dude, I love TJ Chang.
Oh man. So we answer all these questions before we come on. Like Kyle and I, we sit here and we go through all the questions and we guess what we'd say, and what we think someone else would say that's going to be on the show. And as soon as he read that, at the same exact time, Kyle says Coke and I say crack at the exact same time.
Yes.
He goes Coke.
Crack though. I'm like, dude, crack? What do you?
Yeah, we just say it.
Oh my god.
We just say it.
I mean,
that's amazing.
It's one of those
Great
socially
mind.
acceptable things. You know what I mean? When you're a kid, you hear about it and it's like the worst thing in the world. And then you hear that like most people do it.
Yeah, I watched, there's a comedian from England called Mickey Flanagan. And he was saying, when I was a teenager, we used to hide doing drugs from our parents. Now parents to hide doing drugs from their kids.
Yeah, there it is. That's the truth, man. That is the absolute truth. It's fucking hilarious, man. All right, number 6. Here we go, Mike.
Hey, would you rather be abducted by an alien or haunted by a ghost?
I'd rather see them fight. I don't believe in either. Just haunted by a ghost would probably be worse, as I don't sleep too well. I get nightmares, weirdly. But an alien, the only alien sort of thing that I've heard is that they stick something up your rectum, anal probe.
Right.
So,
Everybody always thinks that shit.
We'll go with ghost.
Yeah, man. Fuck them both. Here we go. Number 7. Dude.
All right, 2 seconds.
Oh, shit. We never saw anybody get killed before. Here we go.
We're in a dogfight.
When he gets back onto the fucking screen, he might not have his face left anymore, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey.
I wonder what's going on over there, huh?
Sorry, my
God damn.
Put him in the room, babe. Fucking little shit bag. Hey, pick him up. Fat little fucker. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Oh, that's your boy? That's the boy that ran away or who's gone for like a minute, right?
So ever since he ran away and he was missing for 3 fucking days, the poor
He
little
blamed
fucker.
you.
He's now, obviously, we've got him back, but don't let him out the door. Ever since then, he's he always tries to fight the bigger one, whether it's, I don't know what it is, but so we had their bollocks cut off about a month or so ago, and they fight every now and again, but not as much as they used to. But
He blames that dog.
Yeah, I mean, they're the best dogs. They're funny, they're cute, they're so stupid, but every now and again they'll fight. Ray, shut the fuck up. They fight over stupid stuff, but I guess they're brothers. It's what dogs do. It's what brothers in real life do, I guess. Just fight, and then 2 minutes later, they're best friends again.
All right. Hey, describe a backstage scene at a fight circus event. What's it look like backstage?
I fucking love fight circus, man. Backstage, it was leave him there, babe. Hey.
Maroon, huh?
It was in a hotel, where it was set, the boxing ring was in a hotel. It was on their lawn or their grass area. So we walked out from my actual room that I was staying in, up the stairs, up to the boxing ring, which is pretty cool. But backstage for me, really calm, collective, just sort of don't really think about it. Once the first bell goes, obviously it's seek and destroy, but yeah, I'm pretty cool. I just sort of remember my training, nice and easy workout. I don't like to, sweat. I don't like to tire myself out too much in a workout. I normally do that in the first round. I warm up, but I don't push myself like a lot of fighters do. But yeah, I'm pretty cool, pretty calm. There's a picture actually. My friend that called me, Red, shut up, mate. My friend who called me, Pat Donovan. There's a picture of me walking out with my hood up, big smile on my face, cheeky as I always am, and he just looks so nervous. Like he looks like he's absolutely petrified for me. So yeah, backstage, I'm pretty cool, man.
All right, last
Number 8.
Here we go.
When was the last time you cried during a movie? Let it all out. Let it out.
There's been a couple. So have you
2
seen
days ago.
Journeyman?
No.
Journeyman's about an English boxer, professional boxer, world champion, who suffers a brain hemorrhage or thing, and then turns into like a vegetable, and it just shows his life after of his wife, and like it just loses everything. Oh, it's just I cried my eyes out for that.
Yeah, it's tough.
Sounds fucking awful.
Yeah, it's a great movie, really good movie, but
No, we'll check it out.
Yeah, it definitely made me cry, man, for sure.
Who was the most beloved anti-hero, Tony Soprano or Walter White?
Oh, it's got to be Walter White, isn't it? He's the boy, man.
Mike will agree with you on that one.
I do love Walter White.
I'm not really a fan of. I like this. I've seen The Sopranos twice. It's all right. But I'm from England. I'm not from America, so I don't really get most of the crap they're saying. So, Walter White, man, absolute geek loser, science geek, and then to become the absolute daddy. Do you know what? I'm going to start watching that again tomorrow.
True. Yeah. What a come up.
And the last question, here we go.
If COVID was a person, how would you handle that motherfucker?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Bare knuckle, unlimited rounds until he's gone. That's it, end of. And then once I've killed him and he's laying on the floor, I'll get all the midgets from my midget orgy secret society to rape him whilst they're in the ring. That's how I deal with COVID.
You can say anything about COVID. It doesn't offend anybody. That's the best thing. I mean, you could literally say anything. So,
oh, man. All right. So everybody has been super entertained by you, TJ. You are a fucking gangster, and we cannot wait to see you in Miami in November. This is your time. Shout out your sponsors. Say whatever you want to say, and then we'll let you get on your way so you can go work out.
I'm probably going to mess this up because there's so many, but I've made a little list. So a big shout out to my trainer, Chris Foster, Venom Training Camp. Red, shut up, mate. Absolute legend, great trainer. Wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't without him. The owner of Venom, which is Mehdi Zoot, who's actually training currently for a world title fight for one championships. Go check him out. He's insane. Obviously, Scott Farley, Goat Combat Agency for making all this happen. ECE, the boys that are doing all the video stuff. And we've got Gorilla Supplements, Vice City Bar, Stop Ink Patio. Obviously, I'm sponsored by a tattoo shop. The Sauna Bar, which is in Prattam next to 6. TCB Security Worldwide. Very good friend of mine. I'm hoping once I become some sort of superstar, he can walk me out. He's about 6'8". And the last but not least is Patia Banter Facebook page. Now, that is a page dedicated to just terrorizing bar girls and old men that pay for bar girls. And it's just, it's hilarious. But that's probably about it. And shout out to my fiance, Z, who puts up with me through my mood swings and my training and just be my rock.
And she's taking care of your dogs right now.
Yeah, well, she's locked one away in the other room, but taking care of one.
All right, man. Well, if we don't get to see you down in Miami, we're going to go over to Thailand and see one of those Fight Circus or Fight Kingdom, one of those fucking things, man.
Right, man.
All right, brother. Thank you so much for coming on. We look forward to seeing you and talking to you again.
Cheers, guys. Have a good day. Thank you very much.
Take it easy.
See you.
Bye.
Later.
Hey now.
That's TJ Chang on the other side of the world. You guys realize that it is 8:10 in the morning where he's at right now.
I was at work and I was talking to him. He's like, I got to go to bed. And I'm like, damn, I got another 6 hours of work and I have an appointment and a couple hours after that. And I got to go home and take care of the kids and shit. This dude's sleeping the whole time. Shit.
All right. So we have another guest that's been patiently waiting in the green room here.
Yes.
He is a New England MMA legend. He is going to become the first champ for CES MMA ever. He is Matt the Mangler Bessette, straight out of Hartford, Connecticut. What's going on, brother?
What's up, man? Thanks for having me.
Hey,
thanks for coming on. How you doing, man?
Doing good. It's not 8 in the morning over here. It's 9 at night. What time you guys got? You guys
9/11.
No, we're 9/11 right now.
We're right near you.
Yeah, we're actually where are you? I mean, we're not going to ask you that, but you're fighting out of Hartford still?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so we're like an hour and 20 minutes from you.
I'm in Rhode Island. He's in Connecticut.
Okay. Yeah. Fought roadie like a dozen times. So.
Hell yeah. You know what?
Twin River.
Twin River CES over there. We've been to a
Yep.
bunch of those. We've probably seen you there before.
Probably.
It's just like they're all a blur. I don't fucking know. We've been to too many of them, and I feel bad for saying that. But matter of fact, I'm a friend of yours, Irvin Cortez. You know Irvin?
Yeah, of course I do. Yeah.
Irvin Cortez is my boy. He's from me and him deployed back in 0304. So
I've known her Irv for about 10 years now, roughly 10 years. He started as an amateur at Underdog Mixed Martial Arts, and I think he had like one fight prior to that. He came to Underdog, and we hit it off as friends. He's a great dude.
Oh, he is. He's like he could do it all, kind of. The fucking kid, he can cut hair, he can play the guitar, he can sing, he could fight, he could box. He's
got a business now.
He's got Savage Fitness. He's like fucking like he does it all, man. Good for him.
Yeah, right.
He's always been a good dude too. So shout out to Irvin. So
I got a few of those kind of friends that have like this plate this big, and then they fill it with like 30 different things. They can do this, they can do that. They're always like filling their day up. And do you guys even sleep? You know,
right? You know what the thing is about Irvin is a recruiter for the Connecticut National Guard. If you canvass the entire National Guard and you asked everybody what job they don't want in the National Guard, 90% of them are going to say recruiter. I don't want to fucking be a recruiter. No way. Because you got to sell this shit. You got to sell it to all these kids. And like, nobody wants to hear your shit. You know what I mean? This fucking Irvin has been doing that shit for like 14 years.
No, thank you.
No way.
One out of every 200 kids is like, yeah, that sounds good.
Well, 99 of them are giving you the bird as they walk away to go smoke weed with their friend in their car. You know what I mean? It's like,
they have you take them to McDonald's for like a free value meal while you try to talk them into joining the military, and they'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna call you tomorrow, and nothing.
Right?
Nothing. Yeah. Dude. So Matt, you born and raised. Are you born and raised in Hartford?
Yep.
Yeah. So you've been in New England your whole life, but you've been around. Now Matt's been. He's fought for Reality. He's fought for CES. He's fought for UFC. He's fought for Bellator. But he's back in CES right now. And you were going to fight Bruce Boyington to grab the vacant lightweight title and become the first CES champ.
Yep.
What happened? Now, I know there was some decent heat between you and Bruce, and we've had Bruce on the show before. He's a fucking really nice guy. So when we saw that you two were like talking shit to each other, I was like, oh man, he got Bruce to tell him to shut the fuck up. So I mean, you must have struck a chord with the nice guy up in Maine. What happened with that fight? How come it fell through, and why isn't it happening?
Yeah, first off, he may be a nice guy to you. He's not a nice guy to me. I don't like him at all. But that's besides the point. Yeah. Really wanted this fight specifically because when I came back from the UFC after being cut, I wanted to head back to CES. I got a fight against Tim Dueling. I won the fight, and then it was like, all right, let's fight for the belt again, because you're not going to fight for the belt after coming off of 2 losses. So I got a victory, and then it was like, all right, let's call out Bruce. Called out Bruce, and instead of defending the belt, he decided to vacate the belt and go somewhere else. And I took that as kind of a slap in the face, like, hey man, like, I'm here to fight the champion. Like, you are now the champion. Where are you going? And he decided to go elsewhere. And then I was like, all right, fine, I'll fight for the vacant belt. I won the vacant belt, and then it was like, all right, I want to fight him. So we were just trying to call him out during COVID, and we had some beef throughout COVID just because I was like trying to get this fight, and he took it as a slap in the face that I wanted to fight him. You know what I mean? It's like we're fighting. This is what we do, is we fight. It's our fucking job, man.
What was the excuse? What was the reason why he vacated the title? Was there a good reason?
Yeah, well, I wasn't there, but it was a press conference before Bruce fought Dan DeBuke. I think there was some miscommunication where Jimmy Birchfield Sr. wasn't. So I back up a little bit. I guess Bruce Boynton wasn't told that this event was actually happening, so he never showed up. And Jimmy Birchfield Sr. took it as a slap in the face, And he's like, that's disrespectful that you're not even going to show up and you're the champion to this promotion. That's disrespectful. So Jimmy said some stuff that was disrespectful. And it's like, but the guy's like, he's older. He's much older. And, you know, when you get talking to a guy at that age, it's like, they're not going to change at this point. You know what I mean? He's just going to say, but his son, Jimmy Ruscio Jr. and Pat Sullivan apologized, made it right. Or what everybody thought he made it right. And then Bruce still left and vacated the belt. And then you hear after the fact that those guys have already, that Bruce said that CES has always been really good to him. And aside from that one slip up, those guys are great. Jimmy Ruscio Jr. is great. Pat Sullivan's great. But he still vacated the belt when I came knocking at the doors. It's a weird situation. You know, COVID happens, and you know, we're trying to fight. We finally get a date for September 17th, and I don't even know what, like 2 weeks ago now or something like that. I hear that Bruce has COVID or had COVID. He's over it, and he wrote on Facebook that he had COVID, and I was like, "What are you doing, bro? Like, you can't do that."
Yeah, why would you do that?
Post that type of stuff because people that like CES, like the commission, like people hooked up. You can't do that. And not only that, but in his comments in his thread, he said that he had some minor scarring on his lungs because he had pneumonia. And I'm like, bro. So I knew right there that the fight was in jeopardy. And I don't know.
It's funny that you say that because we cover a lot of bare knuckle as well. We cover MMA, but we cover bare knuckle, and the social media coming back to bite you in your ass is a real fucking thing. And fighters need to know that because a female fighter, 2 events back, or was it 1 event?
It was the last event.
Yep. Last event.
BKFC 20.
She posted like a week out from the fights. Mandatory. Was it mandatory? What the fuck is it? When you have to like stay home?
Quarantine.
Mandatory quarantine.
Yep.
Mandatory quarantine for my kids who just started school. Didn't say shit about being COVID positive, anything like that. But the BKFC saw that and they were like, fights off.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because the prior event to that, they had a big problem with COVID and people getting COVID that like at this next event, you know, BKFC 20, they're like, they're not taking any chances.
Yeah, no chances. So if she did not, and it turns out that her and her kids all got tested. They all came back negative, but they had a close contact scare. So they had to quarantine. She posted it on Instagram. BKFC saw it and canceled the fight right off the rip.
Yeah, it sucks.
We're like, keep that shit off fucking Instagram, or like keep it off.
It did suck.
Man. It sucks, man. It's like
got me the most pissed off is like if you were to scroll through his Facebook, he doesn't post like ever. He was the post right before that was like a month before it, and it had nothing. It was like he shared like somebody in Maine made wooden bats, like that's it. And then a month later he posts that, and it's like, what are you doing, bro? Like it's almost like he posted it to create some sort of narrative that says that he is sick, but he's still going to fight. And, you know, there's a reason why he lost after the fact. It's very odd. The first thing I thought was like, bro, what are you doing? You're going to ruin the fight. And after that, I'm like, wait, is he creating some sort of like backdoor? After he would lose, he'd be like, oh, okay, it's because my lungs weren't in great shape. I wasn't in great shape. That's why I lost. You know, I don't know, bro. He's weak. He's mentally weak. I knew something dumb was going to happen. He's mentally weak.
That's very interesting. If he's not like a habitual fucking poster online, and then all of a sudden he posted that is a little fishy.
Very odd.
So now you got Ryan Dela Cruz out of Hawaii. Now, I'll be honest. I don't know a lot about Ryan Dela Cruz. I went on YouTube. I watched some stuff on him after the opponent change. He looks like your typical tough ass fucking Hawaiian kid. You know what I mean? Like every Hawaiian fighter you get in MMA is cut from kind of the same cloth. What do you know about Ryan, and how you feeling going in there with a new opponent?
I probably know what you know about Ryan.
There you go.
You know, he looks well-rounded. He's a gamer. Clearly, you don't take a 25-minute fight on 3 weeks' notice against a guy that's fought in the UFC 10 times in Bellator, in the Bellator tournament, unless you got nuts. You know what I mean? So clearly, he's a gamer, and fuck yeah, man, I like fighting guys like that. So I checked out his Instagram. He's got like 3 times as many followers as me. He's got his shirt off a lot. Got a shitload of tattoos. He's a good-looking dude. So he's got that on me. So
yeah, have you began to berate him with any shit talk or anything like that, or are you just gonna let it happen in the ring?
I don't do that, bro. And unless you're a piece of shit, I won't do that. If you're a piece of shit, I'll call you a piece of shit. If Bruce is just, he has this like small man syndrome, and fuck Bruce, man. I don't want to talk about him anymore. But if you're a piece of shit, I'll call you a piece of shit, and I won't stop calling you a piece of shit. But I really, really, really was hoping for that fight to happen. And, props to Ryan for stepping up.
So it's fair to say that after the Ryan fight, I'm not going to say looking past the fight, because I know that's a big thing, and we're not looking past Ryan, but in the future, we can see you fighting Boynton. I feel like it's like a deal that you guys have to get in there and end this war of words inside of the cage, right? You have to do it.
Here's another curveball thrown at you. We did a podcast like a week ago. We were both on it at the same time. He said, I'm not fighting Matt unless they hold the belt. Like I don't fight Ryan on the 17th unless they hold the belt and they do it the right way. So he won't fight me unless I wait. And it's like, bro, I've sold this amount of tickets. I got sponsors lined up. I got days and days and days off of work. Like, I can't just not get paid, for showing up on the 17th. And like, if I were to back out, or, knock on wood, if the fight never happened because maybe Ryan couldn't show up, then CES misses out big time, because I'm the biggest draw in Connecticut, and I'm probably the biggest draw that CES has ever had. So it's like, that would suck, So, when I sign contracts, I show up. My only job is to be in shape to fight, be healthy enough to fight, and fight, and not make excuses before or after.
So what Bruce was saying by saying that is that he'd be okay with you fighting Ryan Dela Cruz for nothing as long as the belt's not.
I think so.
Is that what he's saying? Like, I don't get it, man. Like you said, you already sold a bunch of tickets for people to go see you win a belt. What is it going to mean to you? Like, if and when you win this, to become a champ for CES, one of the biggest organizations in all of New England, like you said, you're a probably top 5 all-time New England MMA fighter, right? You got yourself and Bruce Boynton, you got Nick Newell and Calvin Cater up in Boston, you got Joe Lozon, but really, like, honestly, you're in there with the most legendary fighters in the New England area. For you to pull a champ status, what is that that's gonna got to be feeling something, right?
Yeah. I was trying to like do something that no other fighter has ever done in this area. I'm like, what has nobody done in the Northeast? I currently have the featherweight world championship CES, and my good friend Nate Andrews has since moved on to Bellator, so he can't fight in CES. So I messaged Nate and I said, hey man, the belt's up for grabs. I'm wondering if I could pitch this fight between Bruce and I for the lightweight title, because Nate fought Bruce for the lightweight title a couple years ago. So Bruce has fought for that title. So him fighting for it again made complete sense. And I fought almost half of my fights at 155. It's not like I'm just a 45er looking to fight another 45er, right? Because we both fought at 55. 3 of my first 3 titles, regional titles, were at lightweight. So I fought there many times. Everything was just lined up, man. Everything was just lined up, and the fight was supposed to happen, and at least I still get to fight for the belt. There is still that.
Hell yeah, man. Well, you know what? It's like I was excited to get you on here, man. You've been through it all. You've done it all. Like, honestly, even from your fucking, like, if anybody doesn't know who Matt is, like, from childhood, you were fighting things. Like, you had leukemia. Now, how does that work? Like, you had leukemia at 3 years old. You beat it. Does that mean that it's in you forever? Like, are you forever in remission? How does that work? I don't even know. I'm stupid to it.
No. Yeah. So it's from back when I had it, when I was 3.5. They say like 7 years of clean blood, and they say that you're clean. So it was like I was walking into Big Y with my mom. I was like 11 years old, and my mom goes, "You know what today is?" I was like, "Tuesday." And she goes, "No, today's a really special day." And I was like, "Is it? What is it?" She's like, "Well, today you're actually 100% cancer free." I was like, "Wait, I had cancer recently?" She's like, no. 7 years of clean blood, and that means that it's not in your system any longer, and it's not coming back the same. It's not going to be cancer. If I were to get cancer in the future, it'd be something completely different. Knock on wood again. But it's gone at that point. And it was a big moment. Like, I never forgot that moment.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
I got to be honest. I didn't know how that works, but there you go. 7 years later, you're fucking clear of that shit. But you also developed asthma as well, but you became like a high school athlete star. Like, do you still have that, or did you beat that too?
No, I don't even know what that was. My mom said I had asthma, and the doctor said I had asthma, but I don't.
It never affected you.
Yeah, it did a little bit. I had an inhaler, but I don't know if that was just them, covering their asses. Give this kid a fucking inhaler.
So you weren't the kid. Like, here's a quick story. My dad.
Facts. Let's put it that way.
Hey, when I was a 10-year-old, my dad coached my little league team, and my little cousin Billy. Shout out to Billy if you watch this. Billy pissed my fucking dad off, so my dad's like, run laps. So he runs. He's running laps, and like 3/4 of the way through the second lap, he starts like dropping, and my dad's giving him all kinds of shit. Turns out they didn't know he had asthma. He had a fucking asthma attack, and the kid, damn, my cousin, like damn near almost fucking died on the. So I'm like, yeah. And my aunt Deb was like, "You're a fucking asshole to my dad," and like, I don't know, but yeah, it was like, you know what I mean? Like, my dad had to run him off, and like, it's like, fucking asthma is no joke. I think Mike has an inhaler too because he's a little bitch too.
Yeah, I'm a little bitch. You know what? When it comes down to it, it's really because of fucking cats and dogs. Like, I can't be around like cats and dogs, or I won't just get like itchy eyes and an itchy throat. Like, I start closing up and I can't breathe. So I'll need it for that. But like, I can go out, play basketball, go for a run. Doesn't bother me at all. Like, at all. I never need it, like, ever. So it's weird. It's really a weird thing.
I think my doctor,
that's odd.
It was sports induced asthma. And I was like, all right, whatever. You're a doctor. I think it was just, I wasn't in good shape.
Yeah. I'll show you. We'll see about this.
Doc, I'm just going to excel at all sports. Okay.
So more about your personal life. You have a bachelor's of science, right?
Yes.
So what do you do with that? Do you have any things that you do with that degree outside of fighting?
Well, no.
You take it and you punch it into people's faces.
In my senior year of college, I found fighting, and it's almost like I put things in the back burner, even though I had that, that accomplishment with the seat as a criminal justice major. It was like fighting is really cool. So like I would apply to be a police officer like every 3 to 6 months, and it was just like I always put MMA first, which obviously has turned out pretty well. My job right now is I'm a correction officer, but you don't need a degree for that. It does help if you wanted to go like a counselor route in the future, but I don't know if I want to do that. I'll probably go like the lieutenant route or something. But yeah, I really haven't done any. The good thing is my mom works at the University of Hartford, where I went to school. So all I needed to do was just get in. And then at that point, I had free tuition. So I did have I had some student loans after the fact, but there was just student loans that helped me pay bills while I was at school. Nothing like $100,000, like nothing crazy like that.
Damn. That's a good gig, man, to get a free tuition like that.
Yeah.
Thank God for your mom. That's fucking awesome.
She got my brother in for 4 years. She got me in for 4 years, and she got my sister in for 4 years.
No kidding.
Not bad.
I mean, my kids are going to go to college for free.
Mm-hmm.
Your kids are going to go to college for free, right, Mike?
Yep.
But we had to deploy. We had to go overseas with the military. But the post 9/11 GI Bill, if you do a certain amount of time overseas, you get free tuition for yourself, or you can pass it on to your kids. So
that's dope.
Yeah, it's very cool, man. So I have 2 kids. I got a 10-year-old and a 6-year-old who's about to be 7. And 10 years from now, both of those kids will go to college for free. So,
sometimes the government.
Yeah, I was gonna say Uncle Sam may have dragged us through the mud a little
Still
bit.
is.
But there are some perks to it. So you know what I mean? Yeah. So we got all your sponsors at the bottom. We're gonna put your social medias up on the board. But what we like to do on this show is have a little fun, ask some speed round questions, like you saw with TJ when you were waiting in the weight room. They're a little off the wall questions. See what you got to say. What you want to do one?
Yeah. By the way, like I got my shirt on.
Yes.
Mangler Mania.
Love it.
You're supposed to have tattoos all over the place and have our shirts off. Should I take my shirt? I don't know.
No.
Well, we're not going to ask you to do that.
No,
you can.
Matt, if you don't know
No
TJ he's been in Thailand for 10 years. We've developed a little bit of a friendship with that guy. He's
a funny dude.
Yeah, he's funny as hell. He fights for Fight Circus over there, and he also fights for Bare Knuckle Fight Kingdom and Bare Knuckle Kingdom. And he's going to be making his debut in the United States for Bare Knuckle pretty soon. So we wanted to get him on here and let him shoot the shit. But he's never, dude, when you put that much fucking money into your tattoos, would you put a shirt on? It's like, fuck, man.
Yeah. True. It's true.
You should see his back. He's got his whole back of his head done. It's like fucking Jesus Christ. Every single dollar you've ever made has gone into your skin. It's freaking crazy.
Real quick, have you ever seen Fight Circus before?
I haven't.
Okay, it's on YouTube. Just look up Fight Circus Volume 1. There's Volume 1 and Volume 2. 3 hasn't come out yet because of COVID, but it's a crazy. It's just a wild. So just get ready for wild, weird shit. I mean, you'll find some decent fighters on there and stuff here and there. Like he'll be in there, like mixed in, but a lot of it is just like crazy off the wall shit. Like two people tied together fighting 2 other people tied together, but they're really fighting. Or 1 heavyweight fighting 3 featherweights, something like that. It's wild.
That happens in Thailand.
Yes, it does.
It's awesome.
It's like entertainment to the max. It's super crazy. Chris Simmons wants to know if you're bringing back the Hartford Mangler shirts.
I don't think. Wait, I'm not, and I'm out of those. I have some more of these downstairs, the Mangler Mini ones, like the Hulkamania knockoff. There's a few of those.
You got the only Mangler ones, the OnlyFans ones.
Those sold out quick.
What about the Ninja Turtle ones?
Those sold out really quick when I first got them too. The only ones that didn't sell out were, well, I also got double my order because they fucked up the first order. But the Punisher ones, the Mangler Punisher ones, and then these ones, I have like 5 or 6 downstairs, select sizes. But all the other ones sold out really, really quick.
Well, if you have an extra small, Chris Simmons will probably buy that off you.
Cut it off. Right?
Yeah, you see, he just said, "I'll take one."
It's not enough cloth to sell. You can have it on the house.
Yeah, man. Chris is good shit, man. I love that dude. He owns one of these. It probably gets him all the ass in the world.
Yeah,
but he's married and he has kids, so never mind.
He's constantly fighting it off.
He's constantly beating it off with the mission accomplished.
It's tough. It's a tough life, I'll tell you.
It is a tough. What's that?
You gonna send me a shirt?
Fuck yeah, dude. What size are you?
Donate. I'll pay for it. Medium usually fits.
Medium? I got a whole box of them over here. But
they're super comfortable. Like
Killfoot Clothing actually makes them. And Killfoot Clothing, since we're all Connecticut or New England people, Killfoot Clothing are veteran-owned, American-made. Everything's American-made, veteran-owned. Every single person that works for Killfoot Clothing is a veteran. The people that make the shirts, the people that market the shirts, the people that run the company, everyone served. That's why we hooked up with them. We love those guys, and they make badass shirts and probably one of the most comfortable shirts you'll ever put on your body.
It is comfortable.
I'll take one. I'll pay for
Hell
it,
yeah. Yeah, send me your address. I'll send you one. All right, here we go. Let's get to know the Mangler before he goes and wins his second title and fucking becomes the champ here in Connecticut. Here we go. Number 1. Have you ever shit talked someone so bad prior to a fight that you actually felt bad about it afterwards?
No.
Never.
Not. I don't shit talk too much. Like there's 2 fights that I did. One is Bruce and one was John Benoit. Actually, I felt bad. I did feel bad. You know what? I did feel bad after the John Benoit one. But we didn't talk shit a lot. It was just like, John. I wanted to fight John because he was on a tremendous winning streak. The guy was like 11-2, beating everybody, finishing everybody. He's a big dude too, and he was the GFL lightweight champion. And I had to like lift and eat to get to a weight that I felt comfortable at to cut to 55 because that guy was so big. But I said something I shouldn't have said. We were in this like thread in Mass MMA, and he was talking shit. I was talking shit. I'm just trying to get him to fight, and he says this like whole page of just like crude crap, like just disrespectful, and then I came back with like he said, the next time you mention my wife's name or keep my wife's name out of your mouth or something like that. And the only thing I said was like, or he said, keep my wife's name out of your mouth or I'm going to pound you in the street. And I'm with my friends. I'm with a couple coaches out to eat. And stupid me, I said, how about I pound your wife in the street? And it's funny to those guys. I would never that's fucking rude, right? But
it's awesome. It's hilarious. I mean,
it's part of the game.
It's a perfect comeback for that fucking thing that he said. You know what I mean?
It worked because he wasn't taking the fight prior to that. And then like within seconds, I got Dan Bonnell texting me saying, hey, whatever you just wrote, John wants to fight now. I was like, let's go. So I got him to fight, and afterwards he came into my locker room to congratulate me. And I apologize, for what I said and stuff like that. And I apologize to his wife. It was cool.
Tim Holder asked, raw dog? ?
Always.
Yeah, of course. Is there any other way, Tim? All right, number 2. Here we go.
If you had access to a time machine, not a hot tub time machine, just like a regular one, what era would you travel to and why?
Where are you going?
I don't know, man. This is pretty dope. Today's pretty dope. Like I've had leukemia. I've had staph infection like 30 times. I've had, like infections galore. I've had like this, that. I should have died like 100 times by now, but I'm alive. You know what I mean? We got modern medicine has saved I'm 36 years old because of medicine. But if I can go back for a short time, probably be around the time of the samurai. Just to be like a fly on the wall and watch those guys train, watch those guys fight, look at the mindset of those guys. That'd be something special. I wouldn't want to live during that time for too long. Yeah. Probably catch some sort of disease and die like overnight. Probably get like a tick bite and die. But yeah.
You know what the funny thing is? I've asked that question to a few people here and there throughout the year that we've been doing this show. Some people are like, yeah, I'd go to the future. I'd see what's going to go on and I'd come back. Some people are like, oh, I'd go back to a fucking.
Your brother said Civil War.
My brother goes, my fucking brother. My brother's a veteran. So we have veterans on as well. So we have like combat vets on, and my brother's a fucking a veteran. And I bring him on. I'm like, Ryan, if you had access to a time machine, where would you go? He goes, 1400s. I'm like, what? Like, why?
Oh, he knew that. He knew right away.
Yeah, he knew it right away. And I'm like, why the 1400s? Like, what the fuck is going on in the 1400s?
Yeah.
He goes, I don't know, man. Probably be pretty cool.
Yeah. His dream job was Civil War. Sorry, my mistake.
That was his dream job. I said, "Right, what's your dream job?" He's like, "For there to be a civil war." I'm like, "Jesus Christ!" All right, let's move on. All right, number 3. What is something that you believe that most people don't?
I don't know. That's a good question. I can probably get laughed at for this. Hopefully I do. I don't believe it, right? But there's like,
You gotta believe
people think there's a God. They think there's like a, there's how many different religions out there, like thousands and thousands and thousands. And I've offered the idea that years and years and years and years ago, there was a different planet with aliens, and they knew that their planet was dying. So they got a pod of however many, aliens, came over here, and they found us, right? They found our planet, and they're like, wow, this is really great. We could probably start a civilization here. And they saw something that was kind of similar to them, which was primate. So they started fucking the apes, because over time, they would turn into some sort of, over evolution, they would turn into some sort of creature that was similar to us. And yeah, it's just like a funny thing that came to mind that I like started talking to my friends about on a walkie-talkie app. And what?
So this is a 100% original idea out of your head.
Yeah.
That aliens from another planet came here in a pod, fucked the monkeys.
Yeah, and they
made the Beatles.
They did it over centuries.
The Beatles, so right?
They leave, they'd come back. They'd leave, they'd come back, and they'd continue to do the same thing. And like, what's crazier? Like a spirit person in the sky that nobody sees, right? Or maybe a life on a different planet that came here because their planet was failing, and they needed everybody to live on. So they saw a different planet that was similar to theirs, and
I
impossible.
Think this is the best. That's one of the best answers I've ever heard in my life.
It's not impossible.
It's fucking beautiful. And I don't want to go on a whole thing, but I've been currently watching The Handmaid's Tale. Have you ever seen this show?
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah,
The Handmaid's Tale.
You caught up on it?
Yeah, I'm not. Are you, Matt?
I've seen several of them, but my wife really.
All right, no spoilers. We won't spoil anything for anybody here.
I'm just gonna say this. I could probably piss some people off here. In this show, all the most vile shit happens. There is murder, rape, dismemberment. They're cutting hands off. They're cutting eyeballs out. They're fucking chopping tongues out. They're fucking punishing people. They're sending them to the colonies, and they're not feeding them food, and they can't shower, and they shit in buckets and all this stuff. But you know what they do at the end of every fucking night? And maybe I'm an asshole. They sit by their bed and they fucking pray. And I said to my wife, I was like, when are they going to stop praying and start fucking believing in themselves? And she's like, what? You can believe in this fucking higher power all you want, but after 2 years of rape and fucking pillage and murder, maybe it's time to fucking believe in yourself. Like, maybe it's time to revolt, get together, fight back. What's the worst that can happen? You fucking die?
Like a religion talk, but I believe there could be, God, a creator out there. But the fact that there's thousands of different religions makes, like, religion is almost the root of religion, and politics is almost the root of, and not understanding people is the root of like all war. So
really?
It's just, so I don't know if I agree with organized religion much. So there's that. But yeah, definitely aliens came over and fucked the monkeys.
Yeah, I was gonna say, long story short, we all believe that a pod of aliens came over. And
that's right. Number 4. Have you ever farted in public thinking it would be silent, but it wasn't? Oopsie.
Yeah, actually, of course, many times in college. Like, I don't know why I never once fell asleep in high school during class ever. But when I got to college, it was like I had to drive like an hour in rush hour traffic in the morning, got there for like 8 a.m. classes. I had a girlfriend at the time, so it was like sleep didn't happen. She was talking to me at night, and like I'd try to wake up early. And I had a full-time job, so I'd get there, I'd be tired and fall asleep like right away during class. Like when I should be listening, I'd fall asleep. And one time I woke myself up with this loud ass fart, and I was like, and I was just like woke myself up. Everyone started looking at me like, and the teacher just.
You woke yourself up.
Yeah. Or myself, and if anybody else was sleeping, I definitely woke them up too.
That's fucking great. Number 5, what actor would play the Mangler in a movie by yourself?
Probably Jason Statham without the accent. I would ask him to change his accent to something American and see how well he did with that. Yeah, for sure. We'd have to like put some like clay on his ears, make it look all haggard and stuff like that. But I feel like he could probably do it the right way.
However they did it for the show Kingdom.
Mm-hmm. You ever see that?
You ever watch that show Kingdom?
Never seen Kingdom.
Oh my God, it's so good.
I've been told.
Oh yeah.
But like all the actors got cauliflower ear in those episodes, and they look so real. I don't know however they did it. It's prosthetics, but it's fucking amazing Hollywood shit. But you should check that out. Go on. It's on Peacock now.
You're like the person to say that too. So I don't watch much TV, but a lot of times I'm just training or with my family or looking at AMC stock or something like that.
Well, that's the one that like if you need to get into a show, you at night go on and watch 2 episodes a night. You'll love it. It's really, really good. And I mean, come on, obviously you have to watch it, you know.
30 minutes.
I think they're an hour actually.
Yeah.
Right? They're an hour.
Yeah, 50 minutes, whatever. Yep.
You friends with Mike Richmond?
Yes.
Dude, Richmond's all about that AMC stock too.
Oh yeah, he is.
We talk.
Yeah, I like
he's fighting Friday night. Everybody
night.
make sure you support Mike the Marine Richmond. He's fighting. He's the man,
Mike
but
made to be a bare knuckle boxer. Even when he was fighting MMA, it was like he was boxing in there. You know, he was defending the takedown and he was boxing. He wouldn't go and shoot takedowns. He wouldn't, throw many kicks. If he did, it was just like a feint into a rear head kick. But he went out there and he boxed, and he was very good at it. He didn't have that that kind of like Dominic Cruz move and like barely touch you. He sat in the pocket and he tried to knock your head off. So he was definitely one guy where I was like, he could do really, really well in bare knuckle. And
he's one of the most composed, like calm people I've ever met in my life.
oh my God.
Because he don't give a fuck. He wants to fight. He signed up to fight. Why would you not be composed? If you go out there nervous and like afraid and stuff, like just stay at home. This ain't for you. You know, if you want to fight to impress people, stay at home. This ain't for you. But if you want to fight because you generally like fighting and you like that rush and you want to hurt somebody sometimes, maybe you should step inside the cage.
Did you see his face off when he fought Marcel Stamps?
Yeah.
Yeah. Stone cold.
He didn't blink.
Fucking didn't even move a CH, that guy. He's just...
Mike and I were like 15 feet away from him, and like it happened like right there. And I like leaned over to Mike and I was like, I'm pretty sure Mike just won this fight.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Yeah.
Just before they even step in the ring tomorrow. I think he fucking won this fight.
And it seemed like it. And the fight, he fought a guy that fought at heavyweight against a heavyweight champion before he fought Mike. And Mike was supposed to fight at 175. The guy couldn't make 175, so he fought him at 180 and really just picked him apart in seconds. And the guy kind of just
MMA, like he's I think he's got probably like 80% of his victories are like knockouts, even more maybe. But like the guy he has dynamite in his hands. He loves to throw, and like, obviously it translates very, very well to bare knuckle. So I don't see that. When I was looking at those guys, I was like, wow, that guy's a lot bigger. But Mike's not going to try to sit on the outside and jab you into oblivion. He's going to get inside and throw heavy hands. So like, this is whatever. I picked Mike to win that one, and he did.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we're hoping that he wins against Dakota Cochran on Friday too, because if he wins against Dakota on Friday, he's going to be fighting Thiago Alves for the title, which would be a fucking hell of a bare knuckle scrap right there.
I think is the better boxer between all three. He's the best boxer in that division for sure. I think he's the crisper, more refined puncher and traditional boxer. And Dakota's got pretty good boxing. He throws pretty heavy.
Yes.
But Mike throws heavy too, and he's very, very accurate. And his left hand is dynamite. So, I think Mike won too. And then a fight with Thiago, I think, is going to be a little closer. But honestly, I think that Mike is the much better boxer there too. So I think Mike has a really good chance of getting this belt.
Hell yeah, man. And you know what's crazy before we go to the next question? Mike's body style. Like that dude could literally fight. I know he used to go all the way down to 135 back in the day, but right now he could probably go 165 to 205.
Weird.
You know what I mean? Like he could comfortably fight 165 to 205. Give him an opponent, tell him a date, and he'll make that weight. Yep. And just be comfortable to fight there. That's what fucking blows my mind about him.
He fought Des Green in the Bellator featherweight tournament the night that I Diego Nunez, and we got a picture in the back, and it's a really good picture. I had like one eye was almost shut, and I had this like giant smile on my face because I just won. And Mike is just like, I asked for a picture with him because he's a fucking killer, and we'd been talking ever since. But like he's a little bit shorter than me, and like he's just like a good dude. He's not like he wasn't any bigger than me at all. But now he's massive, and he's fighting guys that are several inches taller than him.
And he's a gentleman, right, Mike?
He's a gentleman. He's a real gentleman from the Gentleman's Club. What's the worst pickup line that you've ever heard?
Like,
wanna smell like chloroform?
Wanna fuck? That's it.
What a fuck.
Yeah.
Hey, you girls wouldn't be from Dublin, would you? Because from Ireland, would you? Because when I saw you, my penis was Dublin.
You're from Tennessee? Because you're the only 10 I see.
I've never heard somebody say that, though.
No, me neither.
One of my friends in the past, he said, I'm not going to out his name. He's like, I'm so-and-so, want to fuck. And she thought it was really funny. They had a conversation the rest of the night. And
then he hooked up.
Yep.
Get the fuck out of here. It worked?
They both had like drinks prior to that. And,
oh, my God.
Yeah.
Well, shit. Well, shit.
That's hilarious, actually, that it worked. Oh, man. All right. Yeah, that's freaking great. Number 7, if you could punch anyone in the face, who would it be and why? Anyone on the planet.
Bruce Boynton.
Why?
And I think we know why.
I wanted that fight really bad, man. Really, really bad.
And we hope that I think you're gonna get it after you go through Dela Cruz. I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't make that. If Bruce is healthy and he's over the COVID and all that bullshit, why not? Why wouldn't it be made? But what I want to ask you is, if say you win that second title, are they going to make you continue to defend both like right away? Are you immediately going to have to go back down and defend the 145, or are they going to play it by ear?
Close like what's next. I haven't actually talked about any of the future with either belt with them yet. So it's just about getting this first and then see where we're at. Okay. I don't really like to disclose the future until I've done what I have to do. So like I have plans. But we'll talk about that after.
So we'll go get that job done and then figure it out. Yeah. All right, number 8.
If you could get rid of any invention in the world, what would it be? The slap chop?
This hurts me to say it, but probably the iPhone.
The iPhone?
I use it a lot, and it's really convenient, but like it hurts to see people on it all the time.
Yeah.
you're like out to eat, and you and your wife and your kids are, you know, sitting there eating and talking to each other, and you look around and there's like a couple, and they're not even looking at each other, just on their phones, or, you know,
Yeah.
it's just like there's no connection anymore. Like, I love talking to people. I love laughing. I love talking to people. I love connection, and you know. But at the same time, I got this, probably like you guys too. I got this addiction to my fucking phone, and it's like, honestly, makes me want to check it all the time too.
It's
like,
an unnecessary evil right now.
Yeah, it's something that you definitely need, but I wish I didn't need it.
Yeah, and like, you travel a lot, we travel a lot, and you go to an airport and you sit down in an airport and you just look around, and 95% of the people are like this, down in their
you could do
phone.
whatever you want.
Down in their phone.
People aren't paying attention.
It's really crazy.
Wait, like, what did you say?
I said you can pretty much do whatever you want in the world. Like no one's paying attention at any given time. Like, think about, like, what's that?
This is what goes through your head if somebody's on their phone. You're like, I can just steal that motherfucker's.
You could do anything. Like, you could go up, you can probably, because the thing is, like, nobody's paying attention to what's going on around them. And, you know, it doesn't have to be like an evil thing or anything like that. But sure, somebody wanted to steal something from, no one's paying attention.
Dude, you're in an airport. I could tell you right now, in an airport, you could walk by someone that has one of like those rolling fucking carry-ons, and they're sitting there on their phone like this.
You could walk by, put it on the other side,
roll their fucking shit away, and just go away.
Leave it at gate 28 or something. They would never know.
You want to know a little bit, that little refreshing. Remember, Mike, when we got stuck on the way back from Miami, we were coming back and we got delayed. And we got delayed and we got delayed and we got delayed. It got pushed back like 2-3 hours. And we were sitting around this bar. And it started off like people were on their phone. And by the time it was like 20 minutes from our flight, not a single person at the bar had their phone out, and everybody was having drinks and everybody was talking with each other. And I was like, man, this is fucking beautiful. Like, we were making friends.
We're the instigators.
Yeah, we were stirring them up a little bit. And it was nice to see.
My thing is, if I'm with people at, like, if we're out to eat or something like that, I put my phone on silent unless I'm waiting for something very important, right? Which doesn't happen much. But if I'm out to eat or even at a dinner table or something like that, I make it so, like, it's in my pocket or it's off to the side, flipped upside down. So if a notification happens, it doesn't get in the way of anything. But I try to make sure that, like, during that time, it's just us, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, cell phone's a great, you know, someone in the comments said cell phone, dude. Cell phone's a fucking
Joe Ivy.
It's the devil. Number 9, craziest house party you've ever been to. You're in Connecticut. Had to be crazy. Come on, Hartford.
No, I mean, I've been to a good amount of crazy ones, but there was I was just telling the story the other day. So one of my best friends, Jeff Haddad, he owns Ascension Athletics with myself. And our friend Dan Mina. So I've been friends with Jeff since I was in middle school, and we kind of always liked fighting, and we actually had our pro debuts the same exact day. I was the second fight, he was the third fight or fourth fight or something like that. We trained together for that fight. It was great, and like, we've been together training together for a long time. So I was probably 21, maybe 22, and he was like 18 or 19 or something like that. We were out at a party at one of, like, it was like a off-campus UConn party or something like that at this dude's house. We got invited to it, so we just rolled up. We're having a good time. We're there for like an hour, and this dude comes out of the side, and comes out of the hallway, and my buddy Jeff goes, "Hey, where's Lauren? Anybody know where Lauren is?" And this dude goes, "She's in the back getting fucked by my buddy." And, like, Lauren is a good friend of mine, and Lauren was a good friend of Jeff's, like a really, really good friend of Jeff's. So he took it as it was obviously like something you don't say. And he's like, "Why would you say something like that?" And then he's like, "Well, because she is." And she definitely wasn't, but this dude was drunk. And so Jeff went to, like, you know, flex on him, come forward on him, and the guy, like, reached over to, like, you know, throw a punch, and he, like, hit my ex-girlfriend in the face, who I still really liked at the time. And so I was like, damn. I'm like, now I got to get up. So I get up off the couch and I'm like, yo, cut the shit, man. Cut the shit. And he's like, who the fuck are you? I'm like, no one you know. Just nobody wants to fight right now. And he goes, who the fuck are you? And he like face mushes me. And before I knew it, I just threw haymakers at this dude. Blood all over the wall. There's like blood. And I dragged him into the kitchen. And I'm throwing like, he's out at this point. I just punches. My friends are pulling me off. I end up walking back into the living room. Maybe a few minutes later, he comes out stumbling, blood all over his face. He's like, where's that motherfucker? Where's that motherfucker? I'm like, dude, don't touch me. You're not going to wake up this time. I'm like, don't touch me. He comes up behind me, gets me in this like shitty choke. And I grab his hand. I turn around. Jeff's on him, and he's got him in a rear naked choke. He's choking him out against the couch. And then he lets go before he goes out. And then like Jeff looks at him. He goes, just like hits him once. This guy goes out. And he's like out unconscious on like twice inside of 5 minutes on the couch. Then somebody comes up to us. They're like, dude, you got to go. Like, well, we're having a good time. What the hell's going on, man? Like this, you saw this dude started everything.
Police on the way.
They're like, yo, this is his house. And we're like, what?
Yes.
Like, yeah, house. He's going to call the cops when he wakes up. Like, oh, damn, we got to go. So we beat up.
Prop him
dude.
up like Weekend at Bernie's. He'll be fine.
It was like that. When he went out, he was like Jeff.
So did he ever know who you were? It was a mystery.
He does now.
That's fucking
Everyone
awesome.
watches the show, so he's gonna find out.
All right, last question. Here we go.
Will you ever fight bare knuckle? And then the follow-up question to that is, would you fight Bruce Boyington bare knuckle? And that second part of that question was from Sean Patrick.
So obviously I'd fight Bruce Boyington at any time, anywhere. Doesn't matter. So that's an easy one. The bare knuckle one, like I tried to pitch it to my wife a number of times, and she wasn't having it. She's like, your ears already look like that. Your nose already looks like that. You already got scars all over your eyes. Like, I don't want you fighting bare knuckle. Like, look at their faces afterwards. I'm like, I know, that's awesome. And she's like, no, that's not awesome.
It goes away pretty quick.
Show her Mike Richmond's face. It looks fine.
Yeah. Some people are great. Other people look like they just got hit with like everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
like our fellow New Englander, Zach Kalmus. Do you know him? He fought Bobo. He lost his teeth.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that shit happens.
No, man. It's a brutal sport, but like your wife is in the same boat as everybody else that thinks like it is like some gladiator shit. But honestly, if you think about it, because there's no gloves involved, you're taking a fraction of the amount of strikes that you would with gloves on. The injuries are superficial. They're all fucking cuts and bumps and bruises, occasional breaks, but the amount of brain damage that's involved is very minuscule compared to the other combat sports. So
especially compared to boxing.
Yeah, go ahead and picture that.
Yeah, it works every time.
I have. It brings up pictures, and she's like, "Look at this. You won't be looking like that." And I'm like, "Well, look at this fight that I was in. I kind of looked like that." She gets heated if I ask still. So,
hey,
so it's
never
possible.
Say never.
He says it's not going to happen, but it's possible.
So you're saying there's a chance.
All right, man. So, hey, thanks for coming on here tonight. Everybody needs to tune in to UFC Fight Pass, September 17th?
Next Friday.
17th. Ryan Dela Cruz, not Bruce Boyington, for the vacant lightweight title, CES MMA. About to be the first ever champ for that organization ever. I don't know about in New England, but we'll just say it anyway, just because we feel good about it. Everyone tune in. Go ahead, shout out. You have 1 million fucking sponsors. We've been scrolling them across the bottom at the entire time we've been talking, but
never seen one twice this whole time.
Yeah, right. So many of them.
So go ahead, shout out whoever you want to shout out, and then let you get going.
I mean, that's the problem, right? Because I don't have a list of all 20 of them, 25 of them in front of me. It's how many are there? So 25.
I think it's 25.
My banner, I got my shorts, I got my shirts. My shirts I sold about 140 of them, so that's going to be out there for. I sold like 140 in like side of 24 hours, and so those are going to be out there forever. I'll probably give away my shorts. Actually, I did promise somebody, one of my sponsors, my shorts. So yeah, instead of saying some of them and forgetting, half of them, I would like to draw your guys' attention to my social media. That's going to have it up all the time. So if you go to my Facebook, which is just Matt Bessette, I'll delete some people that I don't know, and I'll make space for some people. I always have that banner up, and I got
at the bottom there. Mangler MMA.
Yeah, I can't see Why can't I see it?
You can't see it. It's at
the ticker.
It's ticking across the bottom right now. Mangler MMA.
If you're on your phone, it could be covered up by something.
Okay. Yeah.
I think Mangler _ MMA and then Matt Bessette on Facebook.
Yeah. Maybe it's because I'm holding the phone this way rather.
Yeah. Maybe if you go that way, maybe you'll see it.
Yeah. It's a lot easier to see it that way.
Yeah, it's too late now.
I don't want to switch it. But you know what? I got to thank. So like for years and years, I've had to travel to train, to get the right training partners right sparring partners, because I was testing myself to cross train with places in Rhode Island and Massachusetts. I've gone everywhere, and everybody opened their doors to me on a number of occasions, and it's always great training. And I met a lot of friends along the way. And if you have trained with me in the past, if you trained with me for this fight, even if it was, when we first started or like a week ago, I really appreciate you, because, I'm where I am today because of the rounds that we got in together. So I really appreciate you guys. I also appreciate my coach, Russell Leak. The guy is an unsung hero. He's quiet. He doesn't talk about himself. He works hard, and he's a team player 100% of the time. And anybody who says otherwise, they can fuck off. And I stand behind that guy forever. Say shout out to Jeff Haddad and Dan Mina, who I mentioned earlier, who I own Ascension with. Those guys are doing a phenomenal job. I work a full-time job outside this, so those guys are there a lot more than I am. And they have built quite the squad over there. We have a very, very strong team because of the work that's been put in over the past few years. So,
and where is Ascension located?
Bristol, Connecticut. Farmington Avenue.
Okay.
Yep.
I know everyone can look it up, but let them know.
Yeah, we went from a small hole in the wall. We were training at we were teaching like the same 5 people over and over and over for weeks, months at the YMCA there in Bristol. We weren't really getting anywhere, and it's like we gotta open up our own spot. So we opened up our own spot, and we went from like 4 or 5 people around there to around 70-ish, I think it was. I'm probably wrong, but I think it was around 70. Wow. And then we got a pretty damn high number pre-pandemic, and then it went down again, and then we're trying to build back up. But the simple fact that we have an amazing product. We have an amazing product, and I say that with complete conviction. We have an amazing product with our coaches and the style of our teaching and the atmosphere that we provide. We have people don't just come and train; they come, they train, they stay, and that's what you want. You want a team that stays there forever, and we got a very strong team.
And let me ask you this, and maybe I don't know if this makes sense to you, but do you train to fight at that gym? Do you train to fight, to compete, or do you train to learn? Like, because there's certain gyms that like teach just to teach, and then there's other gyms that teach you to go, use it and like compete. I would imagine that Ascension is you fight, you learn to compete, right?
Yeah, so like we're not pushing anybody to compete, and I think as a good coach doesn't force anybody to do what they want outside of their comfort zone. But at the same time, you lead by example. And like Jeff still competes; he's a purple belt world champion in jiu-jitsu. He's going to do worlds again as a black belt very soon because he still competes, you know, and he hasn't fought MMA in a while, but like he still competes. I compete. All of our students compete. Dan competes when he's not injured. In one of his, he's got so many injuries. But you know, everybody competes because you know we lead by example. But if you want to compete, awesome, man, and we'll shine the way. But at the same time, like we would never force you to do anything that you don't do. But if we see that you do like it, you will take you under our wing and we'll make it happen for you.
Yeah, we need those gyms out there.
Yep.
I had a soldier that came to our unit. Russian girl, badass, reminds me of every typical fucking Russian kickboxer you ever met in your life. And she just moved to the state, and she's like, Sergeant Mish, where can I go to train? But I want to train to fight. I don't want to train to fucking learn. I was like, oh, okay. I sent her to Rough House down in fucking New London with Mike Dexter. Dexter Valley Tudo with Billy Goff and all them guys are over there. And I'm like, go down there. They'll train you to fight. But that's how she said it. I do not want to learn.
I can hear her saying it right now.
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about, Mike. She's like fucking crazy. I want to fucking fight somebody. I'm like, oh, okay. Well,
at least she told you right away exactly what she wanted.
Yeah. I was like, man, I like her right off the rip.
Yeah, that's like what I said when I first walked in. I was training at, you know what Kip Kolar is? The owner of Naga.
Yep.
I started training like at his house. And you know, I introduced myself and I said, I want to fight. And he was like, okay, we'll get your fight. You know, and it's like, and I just got to fight. And it was like, I told him right away what I wanted. You know, I'm not just there to learn. I want to learn and I want to use it. And then I want to test myself. And then it just one thing after another, and I just couldn't stop. It's like, this is my drug.
Yeah.
There you go.
You found your passion.
Hey, there's worse things to get hooked on, my man. So we thank you so much for coming on the show tonight. You were an awesome guest, and we look forward to seeing you September 17th, UFC Fight Pass against Ryan Dela Cruz. Good luck, dude, and look forward to talking to you again.
Right on, guys. Thank you very much. If anybody wants tickets, hit me up on one of those three.
Oh, let me throw it back up there.
Bottom of the screen. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Go get tickets from Matt Mangler _MMA or Matt Bessette.
Yeah.
On Facebook. All right.
CES 64 Bessette versus Boyington at the Connecticut Convention Center.
It's not Boyington, you moron.
I mean, I'm sorry. You know what? You know what I'm reading? It's Ryan Dela Cruz, right? You know what? They still say that on online. That's my mistake.
It hasn't fixed itself, I think, in
no.
If you use my link, it'll like a hyperlink will pop up and it'll show a picture of me versus Dela Cruz.
Yeah.
It says Bessette versus Boyington.
Hey, when did Dela Cruz?
My mistake.
How long ago?
I was reading it off here and fucked up.
I know we probably should have asked you this earlier, but how long ago did Bruce drop off and Ryan step in?
I think Ryan stepped in with 3 weeks. 3 weeks before the
3 weeks. Okay.
Yep. So the week before that is when. So it was like 4 weeks out. That's when everybody saw Bruce's posts.
All right, Matt. We look forward to seeing you. We'll all be tuned in. Best of luck to you. Go get the second belt, and we'll talk to you again.
Right on. Good shit, guys. Have a good night.
All right, buddy. Take it easy. Later. Matt Bessette, double champ. What's up, Mike?
Man, that was a great conversation.
That was, man. And you know what? Both of them fucking awesome, man. I feel like, dude, you know what it is? It's like you get talking to these guys and they're regular, just open book people that are willing to talk about fucking anything. And I love it. I love it. We had a lot of support in the comment section tonight.
Yes,
a lot of fans of Matt Bessette, a lot of fans of TJ Chang. And if you weren't a fan of either one of them, you became a fan of both of them tonight.
Yes.
Yeah. with that said, hey guys, during the show tonight, I locked in a guest for tomorrow night. We did not have a guest for 9 p.m. Eastern Standard
No,
Time.
we sort of had one that kind of said yeah, but then kind of didn't answer.
We
and
did.
then
We're not going to say that guy's name. We're not going to say that guy's name. We had a guy that was almost going to come on, but he never gave us a solid. But you know who did? Earlier tonight, we were talking to TJ Chang about Fight Circus. We were talking to him about Bare Knuckle Kingdom. We were talking to him about Thailand. There's a guy who runs Full Metal Dojo, Fight Circus, Bare Knuckle Kingdom. These events are the fucking craziest goddamn things that you have ever seen in your life. They are in Thailand. They would never get away with any of this shit in the United States or probably anywhere else.
Yeah.
That man is John Nutt, and he fucking runs that shit, and he's going to be on here at 9 p.m. tomorrow night with your boys, Mike and Mish.
I can't wait.
I promise you, tomorrow night is a must-see conversation. John Nutt is a fucking crazy. There he is, right there on the left. Go to fullmetaldojo.com. John Nutt is a fucking revolutionary pioneer to the world of fucking fighting. Siamese twin fighting, phone booth fighting, Indian leg wrestling, 2-on-1s, 3-on-1s, 5-on-1s, Trinity fights, you name it, he does it. Midgets, strippers, lady boys, you gotta tune in tomorrow night, 9 p.m. John Nutt. I promise you it will be pure fucking entertainment. With that said, that's enough of Mike and Mish on a Wednesday. We'll see you tomorrow night. Mike. Peace.